Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some kinda gross news to go and cover, although it's not like one of those really bad newses. It's definitely one of those like, why is this gonna be happening, and why are these things still ongoing, and why do we keep on hearing about it type things from Sony. And although it is a little bit on the cooler side, I'll give it like a little bit of a pass. Seeing all this type of stuff is always on the weirder side, too, as well. So we have a lot of things to go cover with that. We actually have some really cool Xbox news on top of that, too, that's basically making your Xbox into a PC, and as well, a game that I was actually literally talking about as of last night on my Twitch stream about how cool it would be to actually have another one, is actually getting some kind of cool leaks mixed on in. So a lot of stuff to go talk about throughout this video, a little bit of rants, a little bit of cool stuff, and all of that as well. We also will give you guys a little bit more probably of an update maybe tomorrow or later on tonight for some more restock stuff, so be on the lookout for that, and make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Twitter link down below for the brand new giveaway. Make sure you guys are entered in with that, as well as also follow the Twitter, Twitch stream down below if you guys want to follow, hang out, and chill, and that Weeble and Coinbase down below if you guys want to. So if you guys can kind of go and tell, but you guys probably wouldn't really expect this news, is the PlayStation 5 and Sony are kind of doing something both a little bit on the cool side and a little bit on the lame side, to say the least, depending on what they're going to be doing with it in the future. Now, if it's more on the full wholesome side and kind of chill, like kind of a more experience type thing, that'd be kind of very cool. If it's more on the let's go and spend money and involve NFTs and go into all that route, then we're going to be a little bit more on the upset side. So let's go talk about this a little bit. So if you guys had a chance to go and see, we've actually had a brand new update / kind of like teasal things for a Sony new virtual world in regards to basically the PlayStation 5 Metaverse. Now, I'm sure you guys have maybe seen me rant about this, or maybe on Twitter or on gaming news articles, NFTs, the cryptocurrencies and all of that. I hope this isn't going to be weird. So basically, Sony has officially announced and kicked off its virtual world, where Sony and Manchester City, one of the world's most successful football clubs, have partnered for a new Metaverse project. The PlayStation owner will be making use of its know how to build a virtual football stadium created by members of Sony's VR team. The virtual Ethnid Stadium, hopefully I said that right, means fans will be able to meet up with the VR to watch games, attend concerts, and more. So, first and foremost, I think this seems cool, potentially, but also potentially really scary. I think you guys know nowadays with like the NFTs, metaverses, and just the idea that a lot of these companies are pushing more towards like the cash grab side, and this is in partnership with a very popular soccer / football team, depending on where you're at. It's just scary. So I like the idea of some of this. So basically for this, you guys can see, for this one, given Sony's the announcement for the PSVR2, and all this mixed on in, where basically fans will be able to meet up in VR to watch games, attend concerts, and more. Few things. Number one, it could be kind of scary in regards to them trying to go spend a lot of extra money, encourage people to go basically do NFT passes and maybe go buy tickets from it, which maybe if it was utilized well could be good, but usually whenever we've been seeing VR and metaverses, it kind of has been more leaning towards the bad. Think like say Facebook or NFTs trying to be ending up in games. But I do want to give them a benefit of the doubt. Like I might say it's bad or might think it's bad, which in all honesty I kind of do. But when it comes to all this stuff, if it is implemented well, I can maybe see it being very cool. So think about the idea of maybe like just all the tickets are sold out for the in-person event. Maybe you have a VR segment, you pay a little bit of money, you have a chance to go maybe see a game live or different angles. I can maybe see that being a cool feature of the future for gaming, of the future of concerts, or maybe you get like a cheaper, say you spend $5 on a subscription for like the month, or just maybe for a concert in general, like a concert ticket in VR, and you can maybe utilize and see it in person. Now, I'm someone who is definitely more on the fan of being physically there. Like, I think there's a very nice environment, there's a very cool vibe. I think it's cool. I'd rather be there with friends. I'd rather have the in-person experience, but I could also understand now, and especially with the pandemic, maybe people being a little bit more on the apprehensive side of like, well, maybe I'm sick, maybe I don't want to go to a concert, or maybe like it's sold out, I just can't go, might as well do it in VR. So it can be kind of cool, kind of bad, really depending on a lot of different things. like I said before, I'm a little bit more on the scared side when it comes to NFTs and the crypto. Like, those are kind of trigger words for me that make me a little bit on the apprehensive side. Although, in theory, the concept does seem very, very cool as well. So for this, basically, Sony's press release states, Sony will conduct a proof of concept with Manchester City, aiming to develop new forms of digital content and services that integrate the physical and virtual worlds to excite and engage both existing and next-generation sports fans across the globe. So kind of like I was saying before, the idea is basically you're able to use some of the technology, think PSVR2 technology or PSVR in general technology, to be able to go utilize and see and be a part of live-action sports games or concerts, etc. So like I said, this could be cool, this could be bad. I'm kind of in the middle, I'm kind of scared. This is definitely one I want to hear your thoughts on too as well. So basically, Sony is using this football proof of concept to develop and combine some of its newest technology. Sony has some incredible image analysis and sensing tech, along with tracking data created by Hawkeye Innovation Systems, used in sports to track balls, players, and performance data for replays and infographics. So like I said, if this is done well and this is implemented well, I'm all for it. If it's not, and it's like a very big cash grab and people are just trying to charge up the wazoo, and it's maybe not that cool of a good experience, I'd rather just be in person. Although, like I said, it depends on the person. So give me your thoughts on that. So basically, their idea and concept appears to mix live football viewing with interactive graphics and data image watching a sports match inside the stadium from anywhere in the world. Which once again is kind of cool because you maybe see like the player stats as you watch or see replays or kind of do your own specific event all in regards to VR. And now Sony PSVR2 tech and broad take-up of PS5 suggests not only is Sony creating an impressive set of metaverse tools, but as a way to getting these future virtual spaces into living rooms too as well. So like I said, NFTs, scary. In terms of cryptocurrency metaverses, scary. I'm always very apprehensive until I see one that works, and so far I have not. Although the idea for this, I can see the potential, and I can see this being a better real-world use than like a cool picture on Twitter. You know what I mean? So give me your thoughts and comments on this. But basically, very scary, but potentially very cool. As well, Microsoft actually has a really cool update too as well, where the Microsoft's Xbox app is now letting you even go install PC games on your Xbox. Very cool to see. So the Xbox app is actually becoming more Steam-like too as well. So basically Microsoft with their brand new updates is finally now allowing games from the Windows Store to be installed to any folder that can be accessed freely. So this also might be a really big thing too as well when it comes to mods. You know, if you guys have a chance to go do mods and mod packs, etc., I could actually see this being really cool for the future of the Xbox, where maybe I want to dedicate a separate video for it and going about all the potential big stuff too as well. But this functionality has been around for a little while, and now it is actually rolling out for all Xbox, for all Windows 10 and Windows 11 users too as well. This will also be really kind of cool too when it comes to the install process, allowing PC gamers to install titles, and I'm also assuming for mods too on top of that, which would be very, very cool to go and see. And basically it's kind of weird too with Game Pass and Microsoft Store and all that stuff put together, mixed on in. And as well, also, you basically used to have to go and install PC games from the App Store with a dedicated Windows app folder. So now with more existing options, it might be a little bit more smoother, a little bit more on the chiller side, and basically give you guys more potential chances. So once again, I think the big thing would be if they could allow mods, or if people are now able to start modding games on their Xboxes legitimately. I may want to look into that a little bit more because I think that's a bigger news topic if people can and will utilize that. So definitely be on the lookout for the channel itself. If we see more news, we'll let you guys know. But when it comes to the Xbox, it is very similar to a PC. Obviously, it's made by Windows, by Windows maker, Microsoft. So with that, and like I said, with the chance to move around mods, having more modded gameplay, or even installing proper mods, like, say from like a Skyrim mod, etc., this actually could now be possible very easily through your Xbox without having to have like a Microsoft Store, or in how it is for PlayStation. You're kind of stuck in the PlayStation app and PlayStation Store itself. And if you want to download things like that, you have to do it through their system. Now this actually might be completely different, where it kind of gives you guys more freedom to do whatever you want to do on Xbox itself. So I think it seems very, very nifty and very kind of cool. At least with a nice little update to that. It's kind of, in my honest opinion, it's a pretty big game changer, although we have to give people a little more time, a few more days, a few more weeks to dive on into it. And now, last but not least, this is one of my cooler news over here. Ghost of Sushima 2 speculations, which I actually brought up on my Twitch stream itself, where Ghost of Tsushima sequel is pretty much looking like it's pretty much confirmed, considering the game's reception, which is really good. A lot of people bought it. The DLCs are great, etc., etc. There's also even an expansion, as you guys guys have seen, the DLC, and also movie project. So everything's looking kind of good, but there's even some bigger things too as well being leaked over here too as well, where basically Sony Ghost of Sushima 2 might actually be worked on here as well. Because I'm now seeing some more leaked website issues. So basically if you have like a website, you can go and see if you want to have a job listing. So they're looking for both senior combat designers and technical combat designers too as well. Both have required playing Ghost of Sushima and having an understanding of its core systems to prototype, polish, and balance enemies as well as player abilities. So this could also maybe be more so like a very similar style game, not necessarily say Ghost of Sushima. Think like how we have like Dark Souls and then to like, Sekiro into say Elden Ring, where it's very, very similar, but maybe not the same game, or a part 2 of it too as well. It can kind of continue on from it, which is, in all theory, if you guys play the game, very possible. So very cool stuff to go and see throughout the news. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Make sure you guys are also subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the Twitter giveaway going on. Make sure you guys check that out and follow up the Twitter, follow the Twitch stream, Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller, Weeble and Coinbase 2 as well down below. And I'll see you guys up throughout later today. Maybe another for a restock video. Be on the lookout for that. Love you guys.